Robert, I have something to tell you. In 1968 or so, seems like a million years ago, doesn't it? I used to go into the city. I lived on Long Island, and I used to go into New York City to a game room in Times Square. Mm-hmm. And if you go there now, there are no game rooms. There's like restaurants and stuff. I think the game room was there till recently. But anyway, guess what? There's a laundromat in There's a laundromat in New York. If you go through the secret place in the back, you'll end up in like a game room.
Oh, how cool.
I found out about it in the book we're going to talk about. It's called Atlas Obscura, Explorer's Journal. Let your curiosity be your compass. Who's on the phone to talk to us about this? We have somebody on the phone, right?
Yes, we do. Dylan Thuras. He's the co-founder and creative director of Atlas Obscura and a motivational speaker. So he's a lot of fun to talk with.
I love this book, Dylan. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Where are you?
I am currently in Maine, actually. I'm in Bath, Maine.
In Bath.
Nice.
Have you ever been to this laundromat in New York City?
Oh, yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, my apartment was about 4 blocks from that laundromat for a long time. And I saw it change from a normal laundromat slowly, a normal laundromat with a lot of pinball machines, slowly into this secret, hidden,
Did they do it hidden for a reason? Like, are all the peep shows that used to be in Times Square, are they behind a laundromat somewhere?
Yeah, they're back there now.
Do you know, there's another thing in this, too. I don't know what you would see if you went there now, but you have a story in here about these 2 guys in France that were in love with the same woman, and then they went up in a balloon and they shot each other with some kind of a weapon I never heard of.
Yeah.
A blunderbuss.
A blunderbuss? I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a big shotgun kind of thing. And,
holy cow.
And yeah, this has got to be the greatest duel in all of history, a duel done from hot air balloons. The thing about that duel, too, is in a duel you have a second, which is like your buddy who helps you out. But when you're in a hot air balloon, you live and die together. So the guy who lost the duel, his best friend also went down with him.
Oh,
it's unfortunate.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh!
Crazy.
Yeah,
you would think when you get up to that altitude, you're looking down at the world, you go, oh my gosh, why am I so mad? This is a beautiful world. Hey, you! Let's forget this. Let's not do this. So this is fun. So
That's what the guy was shouting, right?
You're right.
The other guy shot his balloon.
So what is there? I mean, if I went there, what would I say? The old balloon? Like, is there something hanging?
No. That's just there's not really anything to see. That's more just a sort of great historical story about Paris that you might not be familiar with. But there are all kinds of incredible things to see in Paris that are not sort of your traditional tourist places. One example we give often is, the Atlas or the Eiffel Tower is not a Atlas Obscura place. Obviously, it's the most famous landmark in the world. Probably.
Right.
But the hidden apartment at the top of the Eiffel Tower, where Gustav Eiffel used to bring luminaries like Thomas Edison up to have tea and look out over the city, that is an Atlas Obscura place, because sometimes even these hidden gems are right in plain sight.
So how did you find these? I mean, did you go to Airbnb? Because they're usually in weird locations.
Yeah, so we started as a website, which we still are, in 2009, and we built it because I was spending a year in Eastern Europe. I was moving to Budapest, and my co-founder and I started talking about the kinds of travel we like to do, the kinds of places we like to find and explore. And there just wasn't anything out there for us. The guidebooks didn't have the kind of locations we wanted to find in them. So we made a site where we could put everything that we knew, and other people could submit places as well. So that's how it's grown over the last, 8 years.
I like the Icelandic elf school.
Yeah, so that is, they take their elves very seriously in Iceland. They are not joking around. So if you want to learn to distinguish between the 13 varieties of Icelandic elves, you're going to need to enroll in elf school, and then you'll get a certificate that tells you are an elf expert, and you're set to go.
Really? After that, you take an elfie? I'm sorry. Are there any in Florida? Any of these? You just got it, didn't you?
I mean,
Are there?
Yeah, and in fact, there's some in Florida. You guys are in the Gainesville area?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We don't want to talk about Gainesville today, but yes, we are.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff all around you guys. I mean, right in Gainesville, there's the University of Florida bat houses, which are these, incredible collection of hundreds of thousands of bats. I mean, it's really amazing. But then right around you guys in Waldo, Florida, there's a flea market that I'm dying to visit, this kind of crazy, endless flea market.
A flea market?
Is it... Yeah, the Waldo flea market.
In Waldo, yeah.
What's crazy about it? What's there?
It's like it's one of the world's largest flea markets, and it's got a collection of every kind of strange and amazing thing.
Oh, really?
You can pose with a wolf hybrid there. That's like a special thing. You pay $1 and
oh my God.
Yeah.
You know it's the weirdest thing? I've been there. Let me tell you the weirdest thing there.
Nice.
There's a performer. It's a lady, and she plays the auto harp, and she wears a really like a layered upon layered. She's got a lot of layers of clothing, and she'll play the auto harp. She goes strum bring, and she'll say, "I'm so glad I play this auto harp. Bring. My mama and daddy used to whip me when I was little. Bring, but I'm glad they whipped me because you know what? It was." You better practice that auto harp. Bring. So now I'm good because they whipped me. And I said, holy cow, this is crazy. So you might want to go just to see that lady.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one more in your backyard. So how's it pronounced? Is it Palatka?
Yeah.
P-A. So are you guys familiar with the Cross Florida Barge Canal?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's an amazing thing that I had no idea, that at some point the plan was to just carve an entire trench through the whole state of Florida. There's a good example of something that I think people don't know is there.
Yeah, that is cool. Actually, the better place to see that is over in Yankeetown, right?
Yeah.
How do you like that for a name?
Yeah.
Yankeetown. Now that's a good name for you.
I love the old lighthouse in London that you're right about. The musical composition plays 1,000 years without repeating the melody.
Yeah, right.
Really?
That's exactly right. So the guy from the Irish punk band The Pogues, which is like a great kind of drinking band, he composed this melody that started playing in 1999 and will play until 29.99. And even if you went every day from now until you were dead, and your kid did the same thing, and their kid's kid did the same thing, they would never hear the same music twice because it's been made to kind of create this ever-changing song.
Wow.
Is it catchy?
Yeah, it's like a Katy Perry kind of thing. Imagine a 1,000-year-long Katy Perry.
You and your partners must have had a really incredibly fun time compiling this because it sure is a fun read, and you really present it in a really awesome way.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it's really great. The hardest part, honestly, is deciding what to leave out. We've got 12,000 places on the site now, so choosing what goes in and what doesn't that's the biggest challenge.
The museum, the tiny museum in a freight elevator, specializes in what was the one about Smelly Kelly? Where's that guy? Oh, the Irish guy that would smell out things. That was a funny one too. Oh, that was also a New York thing, wasn't it? I think I was looking at all the New York things.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dylan, for being on there with us. This is fun. I have a copy of the book. It's called Atlas Obscura, Explorer's Journal. Call me if you want the copy that was sent to me. I will be glad to give it to you. The rest of us have to go buy it. The website is really cool. AtlasObscura.com. Is the book for sale on the website?
Yes, it is. It's there. It's on Amazon. It's in your local indie shop. You should be able to find it.
I need to have a song in my head that just won't stop. I just need another one of them. Dylan Thuras, thank you for being on the show with us today. It was fun.
My pleasure.
All right, we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A top U.S. official, Lane Duke, warning that terror groups are trying to gear up for a major aviation plot.
The acting Secretary of Homeland